Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Subrata Sarkar. I'm a mechanical engineer working in manufacturing industry more than 22 years. Today, I'll be sharing a very interesting subject, and it will be a very useful subject for all of us. That is male brain and female brain. What is the difference? Why male and female are different actually? This is because their brains are different. It is not that externally, physically they are different. This is not the reason actually. The drive area actually, your brains are different. That's why male and female are different. But before getting to the technicality of this subject, I would like to share some basic facts about the brain. The total skin of any person's body, weight of that skin is twice the weight of the brain, exactly. And the total oxygen needed in our body, the 20% is consumed by our brain. In every minute, brain needs 750 milliliter blood to get pumped from the heart to the brain to work the brain perfectly. If blood doesn't go inside the brain for 8 to 10 seconds, the person will be unconscious actually. The blood is so important for function of the brain. And in brain there is current, electricity is there. And if properly harness can be put in the brain, human brain, a live brain, a 10-watt bulb can be lighted actually by the human brain. Now, if we talk about some physical aspects of the brain, the difference between the male brain and female brain, the male brain is 10% larger than the female brain. But female brain is more dendritic, number of connections between dendron and neuron, that is synapses, is much more in female brain than the male brain. And in male and female brain has got larger corpus callosum, that is the connective nerve between left brain and right brain is much more in female brain, much more in the sense more than 3 times than the male brain actually. That is why the left hand and right hand coordination of female is much higher than any male actually. But male has got larger hypothalamus, that is another. So in many point of view actually the male and female brains are different. For example, to understand, male brain is hardwired for understanding and building system, but female brain is hardwired for empathy actually. And when you listen, one side of the brain is work for the male actually, or read something. But when a female reads something or listens something, their left brain and right brain both work together, and they can decide accordingly actually. Both the brain is active together in most of the time for the female. For example, apart from the joke, say two male friends meet each other, say hi, how are you? So actually their hi means is hi only. You can see here in this picture. But when two female meet each other, they say hi, how are you? But in between, it say technically that in 3 seconds of time, they can notice more than 10 things actually. As per the picture you can see, they can see the dresses, they can see the hairstyle, they can see which mobile they're carrying, what is the color of the bag, what is there is a change in the style or something. So a lot of things. This is actually unspoken communication, and this is because the brain is different actually for male and female. There are a lot of other things. For example, say, this motor skill is much higher in male brain than the female brain. For example, a stone is given to a male, say throw in 100-meter distance and touch a point, and the same is given to a female. But both are in a normal actually, no more in a sports guy actually. Then you'll find that is a high possibility that male can do it, female cannot do it. That's why actually, though female are also driving car nowadays, but a female cannot be a good driver. A male can by default can be a good driver. This is because of the construction of the brain. There's nothing related with the physical strength or dimension or size of the body. There are a lot of things actually that male and female are doing different way. If you notice that when wearing a coat, whether a male is entering the left hand first or right hand first, you'll find it female is doing it differently. Same work doing differently because brain construction is different. Say, for seeing the colors, so male can see it's a red color, female can see at least 4 or 5 different shades. It's a deep red, it's a cherry red, it's a rose red, those are the things actually. because actually brain construction permits to get into so much of detail, and that is this is the difference actually. It has got both positive and negative sides. Something is good in male brain, something is good in female brain. There is one thing called multitasking. I'm not talking about in industry or factory like one person can do 3-4 different types of the job. I'm not talking about that. Is multitasking. Multitasking means if you can do more than work at the same time together, then it is a multitasking. For example, you can talk over a phone and write on the notebook. Multitasking. Talk over a phone, writing, at the same time watching television. If you can do it, you are a multitasker. But unfortunately, male cannot do it actually. Male can do one work at the same time. Female can do 3 to 4 work at the same time actually. So this is the difference because of the construction of the brain. And a lot of things actually, like love and sex are also taken differently by the male and female. This is because the area of the brain which is responsible for the sex and the love, that is sex, that is more in male brain than the female brain. So there are a lot of differences there in daily life and activities. For example, there are some exercises going on. Some say one male and female stand in front of a shopping mall and they are asked to buy one polo t-shirt, say for green color. Both are going, you'll find that in 10 minutes the man will be able to buy the shirt, and female will come after maybe 2 hours with some other things also she has purchased. And you'll find that for the same t-shirt, the female has go through at least 10-15 different shops. Male has go through only one shop and buy the t-shirts. This is because the brain construction is different. And the same way, in a daytime, different areas, body postures are different for male and female. Even for when they're doing their packings and for going a tour, the different concepts actually. And if you talk about the brain maturations, the MRI analysis and CT scan report says that female brain mature much earlier than the male brain. If you check in your society a 15 years boy and a 15 years girl, what is their maturity about life? Surely the girl has much more maturity than the boy actually. This is because of the construction of the brain. As already said, that corpus callosum is 3 times more in female brain than the male brain. That is one of the differentiator. That is why female brain are more active than the male brain. So if you find this presentation is interesting and new information, you can share it with your friends. And if you have not yet subscribed my channel, you can subscribe my channel by clicking on this bell icon. You can get notification for my future presentation. Thank you so much for your attention.